In this lesson, we will be looking at what to call our pivot table. Pivot table. What is pivot table? Pivot table is a table that we use to easily summarize large table. What do we mean by that? You have large table. Let assume let assume about 15 columns and over 1,000 rows. However, you need a summarized or compressed version of this table, then the best guide to run to is what we call our pivot table. To use your pivot table, you come under your inserts and then you see the first icon by your left, pivot table, and it says here that it easily arrange and summarize complex data in a pivot table. So to use this, you will have a voluminous data set as this, large data set as this. This houses about 160 rows and about 15 or more, 17 columns. And we have sales information over here. If we want to summarize this, then we can apply our pivot table depending on the summary we want to give it. In our pivot table practice, the first practice says that what? Net sales by region. Net sales by region, which means we want to see the regions. We have the regions that we mentioned earlier to be north, south, west, and east. And we want to benchmark it with the net sales so that we can know which region we are making the highest sales. Then, how we can go about that is I have created a sheet specially for pivots. I called it pivot sheet. So I will be bringing all my pivot table to my pivot sheet. So coming back to my other table, I can click on insert, then click on pivot table. By default, your Excel has seen this as a table, which is your order table, and it is picking the whole range, the whole table as the whole table. And now I am not putting it on a new sheet, I'm putting it on an existing sheet, which is my pivot sheet. Click on this and then come to my pivot sheet and put it anywhere here. And then click on this and click on OK. So this we have your pivot table 1 over here. Don't forget the tax. The tax is net sales by region. So from this, we might not be able to spotlight all our sales by the region. We might not be able to spotlight our sales by the region as we have region here and we have sales here. The only nearest functions that we can use here is our sum if function. If we are using our sum if, we can highlight all the regions and then ask our Excel to sum it if it fulfills the criteria of whether north, south, west. We can use that. Or we can also call out this and look at other ways. But then the easiest way to actually do this is using our pivot table. Coming back to our pivot sheet, I can easily pick my region and drop it on my row. With this, I have all my region, east, north, south, and west. And the next thing I am picking is my net sales. Is my net sales. Let's look at our net sales, and this is the guy over here. We are putting our net sales on our value. And yes, we have this. We have our net sales in the east to be 56,000, in the north to be 50, south 40, west. So from this, we can easily see that our biggest sales is coming from the east. We can easily see that our biggest sales is coming from the east. And with this, we can easily spotlight which one is giving us the highest revenue. So we want to sort it to currency. So this one is already sorted in currency, and then sort from largest to the smallest. This has already be catered for already, because by default it has already been sort from the largest to the smallest. So more sort option, descending order or ascending order. This is descending order. Then sum of your net sum, and then click on your OK, and then yes, definitely. If I had used ascending order, let's use ascending order. More sort option. Let's use ascending order, and then you see. Can you see that it's changed the direction? So it remains stagnant because of the fact that we have it already sorted. We are lucky to have it already sorted as it is. So we can have it like this. And then with that, we are good to go about that. If you want to remove your summary, then you can also remove the summary over here. But let's leave it as it is. The next task is profit by category. Profit by category. So we want to look at the profit by category. So we'll come back here again, go through the same process again. Pivot table, existing sheet, this, come here, let's put it here, enter, then OK. Then we want to see by category, looking for our category, here, and then the question is profit by category. Profit by category. So I'm looking for my profit this time around. My profit this time around, and have it over here. So I can see my profit by categories. My profit by category. So we want to check this, benchmark this with whether they are returned or not, because that's the instruction: profit by category and return or not. So we want to see, this is our profit, but then profit on the ones that are not returned, and the profits that are on the ones that are returned, and then we have the grand profit. So this is the total profit that we are making, or this is the profit we are making on the ones that are not returned, and this is the profit we made on the goods that are returned. It is as simple as that. But then we can see that our almighty table that's looking big, we are now looking at it at just a glance, in just few lines. And then with this, that's the importance of pivot table. Now for this, we want to look at the monthly trend. Monthly trend. We want to see how our goals are performing across the months. So existing again. Okay. Okay. This and this. Come back here. And then our okay. And then we want to look at our monthly trend. So we'll come back here, and then we have our months over here. So we'll put our months here. So we can see we have January. We have each of the months. Yeah. So monthly trend, is it in terms of sales or in terms of, yeah, in terms of sales? So we have this, and then we can put our net sales in our value, our net sales in our under our value. And then yes, we have this. We can see how we are performing by month. We can see how we are performing by month. So I will leave the last exercise to you, top 5 product, which is very simple for you to practice it on your own. In our next lesson, we'll be introducing ourselves to charts and graphs. See you in the next one.